What is up, Internet? Welcome back to the channel. If you like what I'm doing here, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. It all helps the algorithm and helps grow the channel. There will be continuing new content coming out weekly. So please, if you're enjoying, like and subscribe. Today, I'm going to discuss how I got into this crazy carnivore diet. I don't think most people jump straight in from a standard American diet to carnivore. With the growing popularity of the carnivore diet, I'm sure that's a more common thing these days, but for a lot of us, it was kind of down the rabbit hole of keto. I did my first keto diet starting in 2013, which is 10 years ago now, but even prior to that, when I first got into what I thought would be a healthy dietary plan, I was a vegan. My daughter actually was diagnosed with autism, and we treated her autism with diet and nutrition, which to me at the time sounded like a futile effort, like a complete waste of time, like a huge waste of money. But I supported, my wife and her decision at the time to try this out. It was the recommendation of a neighbor who I also thought was completely crazy. Later, come to find out, I probably have a great deal or debt of gratitude that I owe this person because, truly it was a life-changing path that got me to where I am today. After seeing the diet changes in my daughter's life, which were profound, it really, for the first time, made me sit with the truth that what we eat matters. It really does. And prior to this, deep into my 20s, I thought there's really no link between the two, that this was all genetic and predetermined, and that what we ate had really little to do with our health, our body composition, our outcomes, and that all of these things were almost pre-decided. I shortly found out that's absolutely not the case. That's not true at all. So I thought from my standard American, standard Western diet, and mine was a pretty bad version. I was a junk food junkie. I would eat KFC and Taco Bell for dinner. That was getting after it. There really wasn't any thought of nutrients, whether that be macronutrition, micronutrition, just none of it, right? I just ate for entertainment. I ate for pleasure. I ate what felt good. And that's really all I ever did with it for the first 26, 27 years of my life. So I started by adding vegetables because I thought not eating vegetables had to be the reason that, I was overweight and that I had all the problems that I did, was just the lack of vegetables in my diet. So I started to slowly incorporate vegetables, and I tend to get into things. I get very obsessive. I don't do things halfway. So before you know it, I was a vegan, full on vegan. Even as it came to my clothing, I really drank the vegan Kool-Aid, and a lot of it. Raw juice, raw vegan. I did that for 8 months and got down to about 135 pounds, which is very small. It's about 25-ish pounds lighter than I am right now, and I'm a kind of a small guy trying to currently gain weight and put on muscle as we speak. So if you could imagine a much smaller me, it was not good. I also got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu around the same time, which quickly and thankfully got me back into eating meat, as getting demolished by even other smaller training partners, which at my size at 5'6", there's not a lot of smaller training partners at the gym, but they were smashing me. So I started to reincorporate meat, and it took me probably 18 months to get back approximately to kind of where I am now in terms of weight and muscle. Really hard journey there, but I went from a vegan diet into a keto or keto paleo type diet. And I did that for the next 8 years with some variation. I tried autoimmune paleo as I started to have autoimmune reactions from a combination of the vegan diet or the very heavy nightshades and the version of a keto paleolithic diet that I was doing. And then around 2017, as many of you know, I saw Shawn Baker on the Joe Rogan Experience, followed shortly thereafter by Jordan Peterson and the likes of Paul Saladino coming out. At first, when I heard Shawn Baker talking about it, I thought this was crazy. He's going to die. This doesn't sound safe. There's no way this is going to be healthy, sustainable, good for you. I had a lot of the common, same knee-jerk reactions that many of you watching have had, and maybe are having right now. I kind of put it at the back of my mind, and it was one of these things that kept reoccurring. So I finally decided to try it. And I had anxiety at the time, really just horrible, oppressive anxiety. It was rough. And I was already keto adapted, fat adapted. So after probably 5 days in of a pure, just meat only diet, this anxiety that had really been growing and overwhelming me just went away. And I was almost mad. Like I was almost angry at the world for this being a secret. Like, how didn't I know? I could have just done this. And these feelings that I can't tolerate just go away. It was powerful. It was. And I didn't immediately stick on a carnivore diet. I would add in avocado. I would go keto. I would have alcohol and wine and these other things and would dilly-dally in this kind of slippery keto carnivore framework for another 2 or 3 years before biting the bullet and going full carnivore. I did 2 years solid of a very strict carnivore diet before transitioning into something a little more animal-based. I still don't have a very wide variety of food in my diet for autoimmune reasons. I've got a lot of food sensitivities. I will say part of an elimination diet, which the carnivore diet is an elimination diet, part of an elimination diet is experiencing healing. So if it was something that you would need to use for benefit, it's not something I believe that you would need to use or have to use for your life. Like, I think it's something that kind of similar to the GAPS diet, which I'll do another video on my experience with the GAPS diet. But on that, you do it temporarily, a year, 2 years, and you experience healing to where you no longer have such a restricted requirement. So sometimes, or for some people, I think that's going to be something we see, is that I did a carnivore diet and now I am more resilient. I am stronger. I am more capable to deal with foods that I couldn't tolerate before. But I've found a tremendous benefit. I've been doing this since 2021, strict, just really, really on a carnivore diet. I've had just, again, nothing but tremendous benefits, nothing but great experience. It doesn't feel restrictive. I enjoy every bite of food I put in my mouth. I feel better than I have in my entire life. Anxiety, depression, mood disorders, gone. My body composition is better than I truly ever imagined it could be, even as a teenager or young adult. It's gone really beyond anything that I could ever have asked or expected for it. So if you have any experience with it and you want to weigh in, please leave a comment below. Again, if you do enjoy following the channel, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, share it with your friends. And that being said, I will see you again soon. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching.